I'm Parrish Alford with the Daily Journal. I'm joined by Ole Miss assistant basketball coach Todd Abernethy. Folks, if you've been around a while, you remember Todd as an all-SEC point guard, passing out a lot of assists. Todd, we never saw you dunk, man. What was up with that?
Well, you should have come see me in high school. My only dunk in my career up to the point that I played at Ole Miss was my junior year in Indianapolis. So that was my first dunk, and then my last dunk that I've had in a game was in Estonia, my third year overseas. I threw it down. So I wasn't known for playing above the rim, but there were a few times I got up.
Well, Todd, you recently back in Oxford. Good to see you around campus again. Just tell us who's going to dunk for Ole Miss this year. I know post-play last year, rebounding was a little bit less than Andy Kennedy wanted. I know there are a lot of transfers, some post-grad guys. How has it all come together in practice, man? What does it look like?
It's been great. We have 5 new guys on the team. We only have 1 freshman. So the guys that we have that are new, 2 of them, as you said, are post grad. We have MJ Rhett, who's a power forward from Tennessee State. And speaking of rebounding, MJ is going to really help with that. He's probably 6'8", 240. Just really athletic, and led his conference in double-doubles. So he's going to add a lot of interior rebounding. And another guy we have is Terrence Smith from UT Martin, and so he's he's going to be our backup point guard. And we are so happy, and he's just a stabilizer for us. Doesn't try anything crazy. He knows what he can do, and he can really shoot the ball. So he's going to be able to shoot it. If anybody was at the Square Jam or saw any video or pictures, they know about a high flyer from junior college, a kid named Stephon Moody from Kilgore, and he is gonna fill a big void that Marshall had, of scoring the basketball. And Stephon can do it, not only shooting. I mean, this kid is probably the most explosive athlete we've had at Ole Miss since I've been here, and since Andy Kennedy's been here. And he's very versatile. He can shoot it. He can attack. He can create for other people, and he's going to be another key for us.
Now, you called him a high flyer. He's not that big, is he? 6 foot, 5'11"? What is
He's not even 5'11". He's probably 5'9" with shoes on.
I don't list people 5'9" in the media guide, man. I mean, that's
I know. I know. This guy plays a lot bigger than he is, honestly. We kind of referred to him as a Nate Robinson type player. And obviously Nate Robinson is really small, but same thing with Moody. His height doesn't limit him at all, because he's so explosive and he's strong and just a freak athlete.
You mentioned the three-point shooting a lot. Marshall was a volume guy. We heard Andy say that many times. What do you see from this team in terms of the ability to score behind the arc? Will we see a more efficient team? Will we see a high volume of shots? When you take away the big shots now that Marshall hit, how do you replace those?
Well, it's going to be a totally different look from our team. I think the biggest, the best part of our team is we're deep. So on any given night, we could have a different guy score and lead us in scoring. So I think our percentages are going to be better. We're going to, as you said, Marshall was a volume shooter. I think if we're not hitting threes, we're not going to keep shooting them. And Snoop White has impressed me the most. He's known for being a really good shooter, but he's number one. He's worked on his body this whole off season. He's the lightest he's ever been, and his handles are very sharp. So we just had a scrimmage 2 days ago, and he got to the paint, created for himself, for others, and so I think the group is going to look a lot different. The team isn't going to revolve around one guy, and obviously having Jarvis Summers, in there for us, an All SEC point guard as a junior, he's gonna have a great year, and but we have a lot of threats. Moody, as I said, is gonna be able to score in a variety of ways, and don't forget about Anthony Perez, who is super versatile, can shoot it, and can also slash and for himself.
We saw a lot of big games from Perez last year. Do you think he takes a step toward becoming a more consistent offensive player this year?
I do. I do. He's such a gifted athlete, and he's so skilled for his size. I mean, 6'9", he's able to play the three position. So the biggest thing, as you said, for him is to be consistent. And he's had a great summer and a great fall so far. So we expect for him to be a huge piece for us.
Todd, a lot of times you bring new guys into a program, and there's a little bit of a period of acclimation and getting adjusted to new surroundings. Y'all don't really have that luxury with MJ, with Terrence. Have they been able to learn new teammates quickly and excel on the court and just adapt to different things going on around them? What has that process been like?
Yeah, they honestly have. They've done a great job, and times have changed from when I was here in school. In the summertime, when I was here, all you could do was play open gym. So you weren't able to learn any plays, learn coaches' defense, different philosophies. But now the rules have changed, where we were able to work as a team for 2 hours a week all summer. And then the biggest, best part of it was our trip to the Bahamas. And that allowed us to have 10 practices leading up to the trip, and then we played a few games out there. So for them coming in as fifth-year guys, and need to get acclimated really fast, it couldn't have worked out better with our trip to the Bahamas. And so we feel like they're catching up to speed, and they're team guys. So they put the team first, and that really helps as well.
Now, you guys have a scrimmage coming up at Middle Tennessee. What weekend is that? Is that
it's next Sunday, the first?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, the first. What do you want to see there? I mean, where does this team, from what you guys have watched in preseason practice, where do you feel like it needs to take a big step against live competition, very good live competition, in a Middle Tennessee State team that's has a very strong recent history?
Definitely. I think the most exciting thing for our guys is to play against somebody other than ourselves, because all summer we were practicing against ourselves, and now in this preseason and now that practice is going on, we've only seen ourselves. So it's going to be really good for us to play against other people. And as you said, there are a few keys that are going to be super important for us. First is finding our identity on offense, because Marshall's been a huge part of our identity. So kind of adjusting to life without him, and seeing what different guys can do and can bring consistently will be important. But then also the defensive rebounding and just defense as a whole. And so we're really excited to go to MTSU and play against another team, a good, solid, quality team. And then we have Delta State the 7th, which is Friday, and then the next week is our home opener. So it's coming fast, and we couldn't be any more excited.
Todd, we appreciate you being with us today, man. We'll catch up with you later. Good luck with these guys, and look forward to a good report from Middle Tennessee. We'll see what these guys can do.
All right, Paris. Thanks a lot, man.